Hey, welcome in. I'm Whip. Hello, hello, hello. So we had Andy Carson in first. Hello, hello. Then Miss Nancy B from Tennessee, and the lovely Miss Dee Dee and Cat House, and Davo and Sketty, and Stephen P. And that might be all. Nope, Squatchy's here. How you doing, Squatchy? So I got nothing to say. I just go live because I missed yesterday, and I have a couple people invited, but we'll see if they see them or not, or if they have time. If anybody else wants to come up, just let me know. I might even drop the link if I can figure out how to do that here. Just to come up and BS for a little bit. Trying to running water. Trying to figure out how to get my. I finally got my watch hours up past the requirement, and I've passed 500 a long time ago, but couldn't quite figure out how to set that up. I talked to Riko for about an hour today, roughly, and he got me through a bunch of it. Hey, Cheryl. And now I'm waiting on an email, I think, is what I'm doing. But anyway, we got RJ. Hey, RJ. And Stan the Man, Pit Man. And there is, well, he didn't say it's traditional, so maybe that's Danny. Oh, there it is. Nope, it's Kenny E. Yeah, so just looking to talk, say words. Person, turquoise, crowd, surf. That has to be one of the little emojis that you can't see here on Streamer. So how's everybody doing today? Everybody doing good? Everybody doing fine? Having a little fun day, Sunday action going on? I really haven't done much of anything. We had a little fire therapy last night for the first time this year, believe it or not. I don't know how I got all the way to. I don't know how we got all the way this late in the year before we had our first fire, but we got her. Let me see. I got to scroll back up. There's a question. Oh, water. I can't find Stephen. How far up was it? Or did he just ask it? Sure wouldn't like to get scraped on by those teeth. Oh, yeah. That I just did an internet Google search. I'm probably going to get binged for stealing somebody's picture, but I'm like, whatever. I made it my own by adding text, right? Just ask it again. Jenny, Uncle Smiley. We've got somebody new. I just saw them. Where'd he go? I was just asking about the graduation party. Yesterday was fine. It wasn't as good as the one that we threw the week before, but that's just because I knew most of the people that the one that I threw. This was a cousin's daughters, and like I knew my family, and then there was a ton of people there that had no idea who they were. So, a Empire of Dirt. Jeff Kane is in the house. What's up, dude? Davo, did I say hi to Davo? Davo, if I didn't say hi, hello, hello. So here's a dilemma that maybe y'all can help me with. Maybe. I don't know how much of this I want to show you. Kind of a mess. So these guys will eventually get big. But currently, not. I believe that dude is safe. The rest of these are kind of sketch. And then these guys are so tiny, are so they're chicken, but they are the lemon cichlids from Lake Tanganyika. And they are maybe 2 inches, maybe inch and 3/4. And I need to grow them out to put them in with these bad boys. So I've got these guys and some yellowtail. What I was going to do is there's 5 of these guys, 5 or 6 of these guys, and I don't know how many yellowtail. They kind of just threw a bunch in a bag because you can't hardly give those away because they breed so fast. And just put them all in 120. You think that guys that'll work? Anybody? Anybody got any? I know you're all little tiny fish people, most of you, but you think that would be all right for grow out purposes, or do I need to get a bigger tank? I'm definitely going to do it at least short term, just so I can free up a couple tanks because right now all my quarantine tanks are filled. I've got the baby Petricola in the 29. I've got the yellowtail in one of the 20s, and then I got these 2 20s filled up as well. So. Dee says, I just moved my ghost knife. He was in a 125 with rainbows, but I was having it to overfeed just to give him a bite. Yeah. Hey, look who managed to find his way to his computer. Let's all say hi to the one, the only Chattanooga Ed.
Hi, dude. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How'd you like that last second invite?
Sorry, I didn't notice it earlier.
Oh, you didn't have it earlier. I literally sent it. Hey, I'm gonna do this.
Working on my tubs.
Oh yeah, is
Yeah,
that? I mean, if you need to do that, don't feel like you have to be here.
No, I'm done.
Okay.
I had to power blast them with water. 2 or 3 of them, because they must be a different plastic or something. The white paint that I had in there
What's that?
was peeling up on 3 of them, and it was super hard on the others. And maybe it's a different type of rubber, and the plastic doesn't adhere to it, or what? Oh well.
Yeah, don't know. Hey, Ross Baltimore, what's going on, dude?
Hi, Ross.
Nobody's got any, or at least I didn't see any. I'm asking for advice here, people.
Oh, what's the advice?
I have the lemon cichlids, and then I have the. I always call them the wrong thing. They're not featherfin. They are threadfin. Thread. 2 different species of threadfin, and then a bunch of yellowtail. And I'm going to put them in a 20-gallon high to grow out a little bit. They should get along okay. I hope so because they're all going into the 130 eventually. But I have a feeling I just don't know how well they get along with these bigger fish, like the frontosa. This guy right here, I don't know if you can see them, but he's like 5 inches. He's probably the bigger fish in there. And these guys are lightning fast.
But they're
And
nice.
they may be nice. They don't bother. See, here's a lemon, but that lemon is twice the size of the lemons that are in there.
Well, keep growing them out.
And there's also a Kelvis in there. That's a full-grown Kelvis. He's hard to see because he's kind of black on black, but you could just see the top of his as it lightens up on his hump there. And he's got a huge mouth. He got moved in with the discus. He's already out and about
Calvin.
and hunting food. I think he was scared. I don't know that they get scared, Dee Dee. I think they just like to hide. I don't know, he might be a foot now. It's very likely. I don't see him that often because, like yours, he doesn't come out much. And he's going to go into a 120 high very soon. It's a whole domino thing. I have to move one tank. I have to move the 75, turn it into a 90 because I got the 90 over there. It's this whole process thing that I never seem to get around to doing. But the 90 is going to take over where the 50 is, or the 75. All those fish are going to go into 120. The red terror that's in the 120 will go into the 90 for now until I figure out what the hell I'm going to do with her.
And
And
getting
then
surrounded by cats.
You are. I see that. They hear my voice and they just know that I love them so.
They get so excited.
Ken
Drink your own water.
says,
man,
my
drink-
advice is if it doesn't smell good, don't eat it. I had to actually poke food under the wrecked ship to feed him. Yeah, I don't have to do that. I think he comes out, but he comes out once you walk away from the tank and turn the lights out. Like if I feed too early, like I try to feed right before the lights turn off, so that there's some food still on the ground. Because there's legit 12 species of cory cat in there.
Holy cow, that's awesome.
I don't know how many actual cory cats there are because, I lose some every now and again. Not that I ever see them floating, but there are so many different. And there's bristlenose in there, and the electric blue acara that I had, and then after I got done quarantining the ones that Cheryl sold me, they're in there now. So there's a menagerie of fish in there. And if I feed too soon, they'll just demolish the food.
Hey, Uncle Smiley's here.
I saw that.
Oh my God, and so's Cat House and Dee Dee.
Yeah.
And Jeff
Jesus.
Kane's here. You got all the cool people.
I have a bunch of them. Ross Baltimore.
Yep. I was here for him, but I thought it was just him and us.
No, then Zenny's here, and Sarah from Sketty Nona's here, and Nancy B's here.
No. Oh my gosh.
The prodigal Aquarius is here.
I put one of Zen's hands on.
Hey, Zenny, you're coming around.
I'm going to give her gigantic hands so she can hold lots of bags of fish.
I have a bunch of Ross. I have a ton of Ross.
You know that Calvin catfish or that Calvin cichlid, is yours red or blue and black? I see black one.
It's a
black and blue ones and black and reds.
It's definitely not red. If it had any other color, I would say blue.
Well, they're a beautiful fish from what I was
Oh
looking
man,
at.
it is gorgeous. But and what's funny is Jason from Primetime. It was his. He's had it forever, and he said it's missing an eye. But if you want it, he was shaking up his different tanks, and he was looking to rehome it. So I said, sure, I'll take it. So he gave that to me, and it was fortunate for me because I just lost my black Calvis, which this may be, but mine was like this big, and that damn ornate biker just ate it up. Just caught it while it was sleeping or something, and it made it disappeared. And so I pulled the biker out, threw him in a 55 for now. That's one of the ones that are going to the Clash to give to Lori, and she's going to get the Delhaize that I was going to give to you, but you no longer want, right? Correct? That's
Yeah,
still
I'm
what
going
you.
to turn that into a rainbow tank.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
I appreciate
So,
it though.
oh yeah, no problem. I mean, I got it, and then I realized how big they get, and I know I should have realized that prior to purchasing it, but I'm like, well, maybe I can make it work, and then I'm like, no, this isn't. He's going to get too big.
I'm going to be rehoming my 2 ornates here in another week or two.
You see what Zenny said? She goes, I'm
What?
buff as that. And then she says, I'm going to have to start working out to keep up with the image.
Yeah.
Nancy says, Zen is jacked.
I painted Kalish's head a couple days ago.
Hey,
See
hey.
how it's got highlights of green?
Yep. And we got Christopher Junkin in the house, whipping it on my screen. I feel like I should be whipping out my $1 bill. You know that's right.
Well, hey, Junkin. That's a pretty cool sounding last name.
Asia's here. Hello. And Night Owl and Swiffle. Damn, we got a lot of people that just must not be talking because I went from 16 to 27 here.
Holy cow. And I gave you a thumbs up. I've
Aw.
got you as 13 likes right now.
Well, we got to fix that. Come on, folk. Hit
If you
that like.
guys like this guy, give him a like. It's free and all it does is require a little bit of energy. Like
Yeah, this.
6 calories. Maybe not even 6 calories. Maybe 3.
I was looking at my analytics and it looks like I can at least get that halfway point monetization.
Okay.
Not the full one because I only have like 901, I think it is.
That is so bizarre.
Not, I need another 91 subs before I can get fully monetized. But
Oh,
uh,
okay.
I think I don't know what the halfway point comes with. I think you can get super chats. Basically, that's it, right?
I have no idea.
Does anybody know? Is anybody at the halfway point?
I like when they remonetized me, I didn't realize they only halfway monetized me. And all I had was my memberships. I had to push a button to allow people to give me super chats.
Steven, I think you got to be monetized for that. I'm guessing. Because you have it, don't you, Ed? Where people were like being ranked on your show. Was that?
Oh, you know who has that is Foxy Fish.
Yeah, a
And I
lot of
didn't
people have it.
understand what it was.
I don't either. I don't get it because I type a lot. I talk a lot when I'm in the stream. Always have, and I don't. I've never been on the leaderboard, and I know I'm talking more than half those
Stop.
people.
He's got water right here in this cup, but yet he can't stop going after my cup of water. His cup's even higher, so he has to dig his head farther into the cup.
Nancy, you're a trip.
Stop it. Oh, but
You and I need to
we
hang
got
out.
half of Foxy here. Dee Dee would probably know.
But she's got 1,000 subs by now, right?
Yeah, but there's got to be something that she's pushing for that ranking thing, and I just don't understand it.
Oh, for the rankings, yeah. Yeah, Foxy kind of read it over the air last time I saw, like on Friday morning, I think it was. I still didn't understand it.
I went with a almost a fluorescent orange for your hair. It's fluorescent orange and fluorescent red, but not pink. But then you got your pink labels, and look, I gave you a pink tattoo.
That you're gonna have to go a weird orange, Zenny. You're gonna just have to give up on that pink and
Well,
go.
unless she just
weird.
wants to go for her team colors, because there's her her shields. I haven't quite figured out how I'm gonna attach them to people's arms.
Nancy says, "Thanks, Ed, for reminding me. Zen's been so busy working out, she forgot to remind me to like this."
Nancy, you're awesome. Nancy's sending me a bunch of eggs.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Oh, rice fish eggs. And don't tell me what color. It's going to be fun to see what type of colors they pop out as.
38. Woo! You guys are amazing.
I still just see 13.
No, that's in the house, not likes.
So we need to get you 90 more subs.
Yeah.
So you'll be at
I need to come up.
999.
Yeah, I need 91 subs to get monetized.
But it would look so much cooler if you just got 90.
Really? You don't have it either? Well, how many subs do you got? You got a lot of subs, don't you, Jeff? You're personal and people like you.
What's it called? Crown testing? Hello, Jenny Lynn. It's good to see you. Let's just ask Google what crown testing means. Whoops, Mr. Zen just took a dive. What is YouTube crown testing? Oh, this is talking about dental crowns.
I hear you, Dee Dee. She says, Foxy read off pardon me. Foxy read off the email YouTube sent her, but Dee Dee was too busy goofing off in the chat and doesn't remember a damn thing.
I wonder if maybe you have to have 100 memberships. I used to be at like 145 memberships or something, and now I'm down to 50 of them or less. I don't have very many because of that demonetization. It really sucked.
So people unmembered?
Well,
that quickly? You can't talk if you're going to put your mic up.
Part of it is the scam of memberships. That people forget that they're members, and then it's kind of like a subscription to a magazine that you just always get.
Yeah.
And I think that when it said that you have the right to, you have to reactivate, people just didn't. And I don't blame them, but yeah. And they have to read their email to find out that they have to redo it. And like me, I never read my email. I was only looking at my email because I had to try to figure it out. Those were probably the 5 days I spent the most time on my email in years. Looking at my email, waiting for YouTube
trying to figure out what the hell just happened.
But I think it was like May 4th, and they said, okay, you're good. But I think they sent me a thing at the last day of April saying, okay, your thing is up. Now we're going to give you it might take up to a month to be reactivated. But it only took them like 4 days, so that was good. Oh, maybe they didn't even send everybody notes. Oh, well.
Jorge, what's up, buddy?
Well, thank you, you guys. You don't
Jenny.
have to be members to me, but I do appreciate it. Oh,
Yeah.
I almost bought an action figure today that kind of looked like Jeremy, just his head. And I decided not to buy it because I didn't want to spend $22 for just a head.
Nancy, I did. I actually did it. I broke down and I gave them my information. I'm sure they already had it because I had to give it to PayPal, and that's who I was working through. But I don't know. We'll see. I finally broke down and just gave it to YouTube. We'll see if that's good enough. It's called Community Leaderboard. Maybe that's what you got to Google.
This is what Mr. Zen looks like now. And when I get a 3D printer figured out how to print his face, I'll do a real life face. But until then, he's going to get this hooded face. Isn't that creepy?
You need to give him a ponytail, though.
Well, it's all wrapped up in the... Stop it. I don't know what his deal is for my water. No.
Do they expire, though, Didi? I thought once you sign up, you're signed up. Unless, of course, your credit card goes bad. But I don't know that
Or
they
if
just
your
turn
credit
off.
card renews. I have to when I get a new credit card every 5 years or whatever, or whenever it is.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
had
mean.
to re-accept it.
We had to
But
re-up. It was paused for a while and then canceled all of his after a month. Oh, well, there you go.
oh wow. Well, that blows. Since it was a 3-month suspension, and they waited the whole 3 months to give me a letter to let me know.
My ed membership expired and I was not able to renew until it was all resolved.
Yeah, I need to start making cat videos again so my sub numbers start going back up, but it's just hard for me to make a cat video after.
You were up at 140 something?
Yeah, I had a whole lot of people.
And now you're down to 33? Oh, no, that's...
Oh,
never
is that
mind. That's,
what it is?
No, that's Dee Dee's months. So at least it didn't... It didn't
Oh, that's a
reset.
real bummer.
No, that's good. It didn't reset.
Oh, that's good.
Because otherwise it would
to...
be, right?
Wow, 33 months. I haven't made a cat thing. I only made them up to 2 years worth. Cat heads that change colors, for your months.
Go with the flow, Richard. Hey, buddy.
Well, it was a wrestler that had a whole wrestler body, but I don't know
Hey, Babs.
who I want to make a body with, the spandex or not spandex. What are those singlet? What, the little tights?
Yeah.
I don't
for
want to
who?
make
Are we
somebody
talking
look
about
like
your
that.
name?
Yeah, somebody said that's a lot of money to spend on just a head. Hi,
Is that what
Barbara.
they were talking about? I kind of skipped by that because I wasn't sure what that meant. But now I get it.
Now he's drinking out of his own water.
And then he says, wait, I'm not going to say what that looks like. That's right. We all thought it, Zenny. We all thought it.
What's she talking about?
what Richard looks like.
Oh, okay.
Bring out the Gimp. The Gimp is sleeping. Well, I guess you are going to have to wake up the Gimp. I don't know what that's referring to, George. Or hey.
Probably Reservoir or Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah, I'm not really familiar with that. And
Oh
I
my
think
God, it's
you
Mexicali.
can go up to 5 or 6 years now. Can you get on updating the membership badges?
Holy cow.
5 or 6 years. You're going to have to put some badges together, man.
I know. I got to remember how to do it because I did all that stuff when I first started and I never touched it again. I need to add a whip head too to the little things. Like whenever Kenny E leaves a message on one of my shorts, I put his head on there because I have a Kenny E head.
Kenny E.
Kenny E is at a fish thing this weekend somewhere.
He was here today for a little bit.
No way. Well, maybe they're coming home today, or that was Saturday or Saturday. How'd you like that? Saturday or Saturday?
Saturday or Saturday. That gives you a wide range.
So tell us all about your day yesterday.
Oh, it was long and exhausting, but fun. They had this. It's a chain here. I don't know if it's a chain nationwide, but it was a old.
Stop it.
It's a pizza place, like an Italian joint that does pizza and Italian beef and that sort of thing. And that's what they serve is pizza. They'd bring out like 5 or 6 pizzas at a time, and then people would demolish it, and they'd bring out 5 more. And then they had this giant vat of barbecue, or not barbecue, but Italian beef in the au jus, and a ton of buns. So we hung out there for a while, and then drove home, and then immediately went out to dinner with some friends. And my wife got to go see Jody Messina with her friend. I had no
Oh,
interest in it because it's
man.
country, and I'm not much of a country guy. But
She sang
they
a
had a good
song
time.
that I liked 25 years ago.
My give a damn's broke.
My give a damn's broke. No, I don't think
No,
so.
that's the only one I know she does.
Jody Messina.
Babs needs to add a whip head to the little things.
I do. Even though nobody ever uses those but me. I also need to add a Bobo head.
He got you there, Jorge. It was me that I'm not familiar with Pulp Fiction. I've seen it, but I have not seen it in 20 years. I don't know how long ago did it come out. It was a long time ago, right? 90s.
It was great. I don't think it was in the 90s. Was it?
No, John looked pretty young in that movie.
Maybe 97. Random guess. That used to be one of my favorite segments on Lefty's show is when he would give me a movie and I'd have to guess the year.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Heads Carolina. Heads Carolina. I know that one too.
Tails. Laverne. Nico's pushing a button that's making noise and it's making me nervous.
Yeah,
See,
put the cat on the ground.
he's right there on the keyboard.
You should have learned your lesson by now.
Here, buddy. Come on. I just got to put this paper under here. There we go.
Bob says 1994 came out.
You don't want to make your cats mad.
And then, yes, it's fine to make your cats mad. They will get over it.
Oh, I don't know if they will. See, look, this.
Nancy says you cannot move a cat, Whip.
Here's another cat.
Sales, California. That's what it was.
Hotel California?
No, that's the second part of the. It's Heads, Carolina. Sales or Tails, California. Not Sales.
I would prefer to go to Carolina because it's so much closer. I have too much stuff to do to drive all the way to California. Even though I'd love to see the Grand Canyon, I haven't seen it for a long time.
Angry cats could mistake a shoe for a cat box. A guy sings that song now? Oh, that's just wrong. I know Jody was known for something. I just don't remember what it had to have been it. But that doesn't seem like a song I would have remembered, although I did kind of remember it.
Yeah, I remember it, but there was a song I liked, but I can't remember it.
A guy wrote that song.
I need to make a Mexicali action figure and have him smoking a cigar.
A big fat one.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Just don't make it too phallic. I know how you like to make things phallic.
I think it's everybody else thinking phallic.
Maybe that's what it is.
I'll put a great big burning red head on the end so it looks like it's on fire, you know.
I'm All Right was a really good song. Zenny, are you a country head? I don't remember. I am bad at remembering that kind of stuff. I want to say you're not like a death metal kid, are you? Caddyshack. Richard's just throwing out random names now. Caddyshack. Kenny Loggins. Zen is Houston of the Rodeos.
Oh my God, Richard is here.
He is here.
How was I not? I kept looking for Go With The Flow and I could never find it, and now I see it right there.
Yeah, he's right there. And now they're giving me just random names. Caddyshack, Kenny Loggins.
Oh my gosh. Guess
Pep!
who's here now? Yep.
How did you see that before me?
Because I looked at it on the screen while I was trying to find what Richard was saying. When my head's turned like this, I'm reading. Because I got it on the other monitor, see?
Ah, yeah, look at that. All fancy and stuff. So Zenny says, I don't listen to as much country now, but I was raised as a rodeo kid in the FFA 4-H, so lots of country, and I listen to everything except like jazz and R&B, mostly.
Well, guess who has two little ponies? My nephew down in Texas. He's got those two little miniature
I would have
horses.
never have guessed that.
Yeah, he's got two miniature horses Preston does for his kids. And one of them's name is Frozen. The other one's name is Cheeto. He let the kids name them.
Frozen and Cheeto. Miss Lori, were your ears ringing? We were talking about you earlier. And by talking about you, I meant I was talking about the biker that I'm going to bring to the clash for you.
Well, just you showing up is kind of having a biker there.
I've been toying with the idea of trailering my bike up there so that I can ride that around. But then I think, it's Pennsylvania. I could get killed.
Yeah. A horse might run you over, a horse and carriage. Gross. How's the cat water? I had to hide mine behind the computer because he kept trying to drink mine.
Ugh. I'm going to
Now
just
I'm
be
not a
over here
happy guy.
and be quiet.
I literally just spit the water back into the cat water. That was kind of mean, wasn't it? Oh well.
I ride my Harley with whip. With a whip. If
Oh my gosh, you could take
take-
Scotty on your back riding around with him.
No. That is not going to
Scotty
happen.
could stand on the back seat and do like the what's it called? The Titanic stance behind you as you're driving. Or I guess you're like this. And he could be like this. I'd take a picture of it.
Might be worth it just to get the picture.
I know, it'd be awesome.
He's like, can you just see Scotty holding on for dear life?
I've touched Mike's. I've touched Whip's bike.
Ooh, I'm glad you clarified.
I know, and I said it so fast. It just said it. I touched Mike's.
Create the Titanic. Well, yeah, except for the whole crashing and burning at the end. We're going to avoid that.
I don't know if they burned. I think they sank.
They definitely just sank. And it was definitely crashed. I would imagine there had to have been some fire in there, though. It's hard to, incorporate water with electricity and not get some kind of spark.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they were kind of dumb. I would have been grabbing like a armoire or a mattress off of a bed and laying on that on the ocean or something.
Well, the mattress would have eventually sank, and then you would have been up the creek. But it would have got you out of the water at first. Yeah.
Yeah. That'd give you enough time to be able to take some other people's stuff to keep attaching it. Heck, there was a guy there playing his bass or his cello. I would have taken that cello and turned it into a canoe.
Well, there he is now. Look at that.
Scotty.
Catching up from the beginning at double time. Don't bother. There was nothing fun or interesting at the beginning of this anyway. But he's probably not here to hear. Tank Girl. Hey, kid. What's going on?
Tank Girl's such an amazing name.
That
was like some of my favorite movie. Well, it was only one movie, but I love the whole Tank Girl genre. I love the comic books.
Comic books, but for sure. The movie,
Oh man, I thought it was really good because it was such a wild. They're trying to go as wild as the comic books, and I think they did a pretty good job.
Well, the movie itself was. I'm just not a huge fan. Well, no, that's not even true. The girl that played Tank Girl, I don't picture her as a badass. I cannot do it in my head.
Well, I had a hard time with her too because she was such a whiny broad in League of Their Own. Man, if that was my little sister, I'd have just punched her in the face. Instead, she serves her up the home run at the end to make her little sister feel good about herself. So she just gave up her whole team's championship for her little sister to feel good about herself, who was always such a
little whiner.
jerk. Yeah, a whiner. She had to be traded off the team. It made me lose a lot of respect for what's her face too. What's that other
God
chick's
dang it.
name?
Regina?
Yeah.
Gina Davis, but I don't remember Dee Dee.
Yeah, Gina Davis. I lost a lot of respect for her when she just threw her team under the bus for her little sister to feel good about herself. But
although
she
they didn't really
played.
paint it that way. She did say at the end where she didn't, she didn't do it on purpose, but
Yeah,
I think
right.
it's
I
implied
don't
that,
believe her.
yeah,
I don't believe her. She was
that
like,
that she was a tank against all those other girls, and then she's gonna let her sister run her over. Come on.
yeah, and her sister's a little bitty twig that weighs 98 pounds.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was something terrible. But yeah, but she is a good voice actress. She plays Livewire in the Superman series. She plays a good crazy person.
Well, that's
Now,
cool. Dee Dee
yeah.
says the moral of the story is plot your escape before you leave port. I bet one of those big old cooking pots could have held someone. I
The
don't know if
problem is,
the counterbalance. You'd have to fill it
yeah,
like a quarter of the way up with.
bloop.
Yeah. Ed, that wasn't actually Gina's choice, right? See, Zenny is on the. She didn't do it on purpose.
dude, she did it on purpose because she thought it would make everybody feel good about her. And I'm sorry, she should have said, no, that's stupid. Let me knock her out with my shoulder.
I think they're both dead now, so it doesn't matter. Not
Uh-uh.
not the actresses, but the people they were portraying.
Oh. Did that happen in real life, some of that stuff?
Yeah, that whole thing was based on a real story. Now I don't know if the story they were telling in the movie was accurate, but that whole
Madonna did
girls
a good job in
baseball
that
thing
movie
definitely.
too.
Who?
Madonna, she was good in that movie.
Yeah, that was back when she was a normal person. Even I enjoyed that movie immensely. I'll be honest with you. Even Rosie O'Donnell, who I cannot stand, uh, she made me
She
laugh
has a
multiple times.
Rosie O'Donnell has a talent that I wish I had. If she hears a song one time, she can sing it. Is she, how some people can read a book and they know every single thing they read? I'd rather have that ability. But she has that ability for songs.
Huh.
She can sing every lyric if she's heard it once.
Well,
She has to probably concentrate. But I'd forget that. I'd rather take the books. I'd rather be the photo guy book thing. Remember everything in the books.
Yeah. Yeah, like what do they call it? Photographic memory, right? Where whatever you see or hear or whatever, you remember it. That actually,
Yeah,
right? It actually could turn bad on you if you see something that's horrible. But
Elton Brown, he has that, and he read all those cookbooks, and he read 1,700 cookbooks, so he knows how to cook everything, and that's why he was so amazing on that Iron Chef, because he could figure out what they were doing because he'd read so many books. I loved it when they would try to stump him by cooking something and he had no clue what they were doing.
mm-hmm.
I like Elton Brown. He's cool.
Tank Girl says, I don't know why I never knew that was her in the League of Their Own.
Huh.
Well, because she plays two drastically different people, but
Yeah, I liked her a lot better in Tank Girl.
Nancy says, shh, Zen, movies are real. I've seen it on TV, so it has to be real. Minimac, what's going on?
Hey there. I could go for some mac and cheese right now. How about you? With little smokies.
Eidetic. Yeah, it's something along those lines. Oh, she Googled it. I don't know how you say it though. Is it
What's
or
that?
eidetic, where you just remember everything?
I don't know.
Well, you should know.
I
I just
don't.
told you.
Maybe it's just things that you care about, because I don't remember anything that Zen says.
Wow, Denny, you gonna
That
take
was
that from
funny.
him?
That was funny. But I can't find this poison anywhere. I had a bag of poison, and that's a video I need to finish and release. I have like 4 videos, but I made this trap for catching wasps and killing the wasps, and you put this boracic acid in there, and they take it back to their nests and kill everybody. It's really cool, and it really worked, and we got rid of a lot of them. But now we're ready for a whole nother set, and can't find the poison. I don't know if my mom moved it before all this company started visiting or what, because Dan and I are thinking we're gonna have to just buy a new one, another bag.
Eidetic, Zenny says. She phonetically spelled it out. Eidetic. Bab said, "Ooh, I just had fried buffalo mac and cheese balls for lunch with ranch dressing."
Oh my gosh.
Minnie Mac says, "Just put black sand in a 110, cleared up pretty quick too." He's trying
Just
to
put black sand in a 110 and clear it up pretty too.
pretty quick.
Quick, pretty. What are we talking about? A 110-gallon tank or a
Yep,
110 filter?
I'm gonna guess a tank. And then Nancy said, "Damn," and then Zenny said, "Bite me, Ed." See, you've angered the Zen ginger.
It's comments like that that make me not want to pay attention to her.
Muriatic? Muriatic. Is that the poison you
I don't
need?
think that. No,
Boric? Is it
boratic,
boric?
yes, boric acid. Good job, X2. Thanks for being a lot smarter than Zen.
And hello, I didn't see you sneak in if you've been here for a minute.
Speaking of which, did you notice that X2 has a brand new phone number?
Yeah, should we give it out?
I don't know. I don't know if you want.
I know. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want just everybody.
I mean, there's probably a reason why he got rid of the last one. Zen was probably calling him up too much. That's why most of us have to change our numbers.
We had the tree service trim the fence lines and take out some trees. So I've been hanging some shade cloth over the smaller tubs today. Was that the utility tree service there, Zenny? Zenny. Asia? I'm assuming because you said.
Well, they may have hired them because it's in their tree or their
Yeah,
fence
but she
line.
said the fence line. I don't know. Could be either way. Yeah, Mitty
I got
saying,
my
"Hey,
dad a new chainsaw for Christmas, and he was using it today.
my brother-in-law owns a local greenhouse. Our water is super hard. He adds battery acid to soften the water."
Wow.
Jenny, Edward, you're gonna hurt my feelings and make me cry, and I will make it a point to hurt your feelings back. Just saying. Foxy. At least Zen answers her phone and responds to messages on and reads her emails.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can.
Do get on board.
There's no crying in the fish fam.
Oh,
Getting back.
yeah, X2, you're right.
Foxy, I guess he doesn't want to pay attention to you either. What did you do? Denny?
She just showed
Hello,
up.
hello.
Hello, Dennis.
I
I
tried to be
can't
his
show my
friend,
Dennis
Jen.
action figure because it's in the other room.
Y'all from the wrong state. That's what it is.
Yeah, you're
He's
not from Georgia like Uncle Smiley.
he's
Uncle
the
Smiley's an
leader
awesome cat.
of the Tennessee Fish Mafia. You can't just be his friend. You
Yeah,
gotta.
she's a syndicate. Texan syndicate.
We all know better next time.
Hi, Foxy. Oh, Foxy, can you please explain your thing to us? We were talking about it earlier and we had no idea what it
I'm
was.
not sure she understands it any better. I know she read it. Hey, Adele, what's going on, girl? I have caught so many live streams that you've done in the middle of the night recently. I feel like, man, I was like, how many did she do? I think there was like 6 or 7 that I had somehow. Well, I know how I missed them because you stream when I'm sleeping, but I'm like, whoo, she's putting out some content lately here.
She is. I get notifications, but it's like if I get on a live stream, I'm trying to fall asleep my hardest. And if I get on a live stream at that hour, I'll never go to sleep. But I listen to rainstorms at night trying to fall asleep. And so when I get a notification, it like beeps and stops for like 30 seconds. And I think that probably wakes me up too. I wish there was a way to turn off notifications while you're sleeping.
I think there is. You just have to do it on your phone. I just turn all my notifications off. I silence everything. And then I don't hear it. So if they're going off, I'm not getting them, or at least I'm not hearing them. They're still coming through, but I don't hear them. Mrs. Whip is not as good at that as I am because her phone goes off all night long. Although now that I think about it, I haven't heard it the last couple nights, so she may have actually turned them off. Or her little posse isn't as chatty lately. One of the two.
Oh, look at
Is it,
Adele said airplane mode.
oh yeah, you can do that too. That would definitely work.
That's
Stan
pretty
the Man
smart.
Pitman says, "Whip, that's your answer to your hard water. Just add some battery acid." I
I
don't
got
know if I'm
some.
going to do that.
Can I just throw some like triple A's in there?
Hey, Krieger. Yeah. Copper and all.
I got an old 9-volt. You could take all the 9 volts out of your smoke alarms and throw them in there.
I've been cranky. I apparently have a lot to grumble about lately. Yeah, I hear that.
Now, I don't want to be a jerk face, but what time's Susie Cugo?
She goes in an hour.
Okay.
I don't know
I've
if
been
Peter was
wanting to
going to go.
talk to Susie.
You want me to invite her up?
Sure.
Let me see if she's around.
I don't know if she'll do it.
I
And
don't
I don't
either.
know if people are going to want to hear what I'm going to ask her.
Well, it would be a backroom conversation.
Oh.
Oh, can I do that? No, I guess I couldn't do that, can I?
Well, she's really good at making miniatures, and I just want to pick her brain on how to make some
Oh, well,
miniature
I'm
things.
sure she'll answer that.
I want to be able, and I'll pick everybody's brain and it's a fish related question. Okay. So I see these at the OCA, there's these little girls that make these little earrings that look like bags of fish. I bought a set for Oinky and a set for Mom last time we were at the OCA. And I don't know, they must be buying some little bitty bag that maybe you can stick your pinky finger in. It's a little bitty bag, clear plastic, and then they're filling it with like what's this stuff called? Gosh,
I need more help.
the clear plastic. What? Epoxy in there, and then they put a little fish in there that they buy, and then they tie it. And I could like have my mom or somebody with little hands tie the knot at the top. But I need to be able to make fish bags because I really want to make it so I have Shady coming out with a whole bunch of bags of fish in each hand. My Shady action figure, and I also want Zen holding a bag of fish in each one of her giant hands.
Why is she holding fish?
Because it's part of the fish fam. You're in the Tennessee Fish Mafia. She's like Zen the fish hoarder. But that's just like that's not her official name. Her official name is the Zen Ginger. It's just what the people from the Tennessee Fish Mafia call her behind her back.
Just put a car battery in there. A bunch of people saying hi. You can messenger a StreamYard, I think. I just invited her.
StreamYard. Oh, we have StreamYard. That's what we're on.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could message people through StreamYard.
I had no idea either.
I wonder how many times people try to communicate through StreamYard with me. I also want to figure out how to make videos from your live streams.
Are you sure it's resin? Could it have been a resin instead of epoxy?
It's like the same thing, isn't it?
I have no idea. I am not that guy. I don't play around with any of that stuff.
Clear bags.
I have those earrings. They are charms you buy in bulk. They are charms you buy in bulk.
What? So they're not actually, the little girls aren't making the whole thing. They're just adding a fish thing to it? Or an earring to it? Everybody quick that's good at figuring out what charms are. Charms that look like little fish bags. Oh my gosh, look at that. You can get 24 of them for $13.38. That's what I want right there. See, Foxy, that's why I should be in your stream right now instead of Whips. Okay, let's see. They got them on 20 piece for $9 on Amazon. So let's see. What are these things called? Resin, fish bag. Okay. Amazon. Resin fish bag charms. Did I say that right? Is that what I said the first time when I discovered all these?
Maybe.
Oh, here they be. Now, Foxy.
So before you continue, I have an announcement to make. We have the very young, beautiful, talented Susie Cugo in the house.
Hi, Susie.
I'm looking around like, who's John? What are you talking about?
I mean, compared to Ed, you're young.
You can get rid of her, though, now, because I don't need her.
Okay, bye.
I'm teasing. I'm teasing. No, I've been trying to figure out how to make these things because I thought little girls were making these because they're like size 112 scale fish
Hold it,
bag.
hold it,
Right,
hold
right.
it. Stop. I can do this. Nope, that doesn't do it.
And how
about
did you
this?
decide you were going to make them?
I'm not gonna make them. I'm just gonna buy them.
Oh, I thought you. Well, I thought you wanted to know how to make them. I could tell you how to make them.
You know how to make these?
Yeah,
Well, actually, this seems easier just to buy them.
and it probably is because to make them, it's very complicated. They probably bought them from China and are just reselling them, so you might as well. I would have to make the fish, then you get a little plastic bag and you pour the resin in the bag, get the mold, make it a mold, then pour the resin with the fish in it.
See, I didn't know where to get those bags because I have the resin and I can make the fish, but I don't know where you get little bags like that.
It could be one of your fish bags, just a bag, because you're going to cut it down and make it look like a bag. It's not a real bag. It's pretend.
Okay, well, I got a new thing for you.
And it doesn't need to hold water.
I got a new question for you.
Okay.
I need to make, now when I say this, everybody's going to probably know what it's for.
Okay.
But I need to make 112 scale bottle of hot sauce.
Okay.
How would I make, and it could be like the size of a ketchup bottle. It doesn't have to be a little,
Right.
you know,
You
hot
can
sauce
buy
come in all
one,
sizes.
or you can use a light bright. Do you know what a light bright is?
No. Oh, wait, a light bright that you poke in the things?
You take
Do they
a clear
still make
one,
those?
sand off the top, and then the label is easy. You scale it down, print it off, and put it on.
A light, I wonder where I could buy a light bright. I
So
haven't seen
there's
one of
light
those in
brights.
decades.
Another one is they sell those at like Michael's, AC Moore. They look like little bottles for in the dollhouse section, and you can just put your own label on it.
I like the light bright thing the best.
I like making things by scratch too. So
Zenny, I don't see the link you're referring to. Zenny had a link apparently, but man, unless she sent it to
out
you,
loud.
she might have just sent it direct to you because
Larry D's even here.
Larry D.
He's the one I was trying to make the hot sauce for. He's here.
Larry
Darn
D.
it. That'll finish his action figure, though.
That's pretty cool.
You want to see my Zen action figure?
Yes. Wow, she's hot.
Yeah, and look, I made her have a giant man hand so she can carry lots of bags of fish. I have to find another big man hand to fit on this side.
I love it. That looks great.
Unfortunately, most of my people are all in the other room. I finished my skull yesterday. Curtis.
Can I
Here's
see it?
Mr. Zen, but you probably never seen Mr. Zen.
And you still haven't.
Wow, he's disguised.
And then here's my Kalish head. I painted her hair because she likes to have like green highlights.
Now, do you make them from action figures and then decorate them, or do you make them from Fimo?
From action figures. Okay. But like they call it rehashing.
Yeah.
When you because the new action figures I absolutely love, because if you put them in hot water, you can pull all their parts apart and just snap them onto different parts.
Right.
And
now,
then
some people do it with like Barbies. They take off the painted makeup and do their own thing.
Yeah. I've taken the paint off of them too with lighter fluid.
Ooh. Oh.
Lighter fluid with a Q-tip. Just rub it real good. Most of my guys are all in the other room. I made a Jody P, and she looks like, I think she's the coolest one I've ever made.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even cooler than
Even though I think have you ever seen my whip action figure?
If I did, it was a while ago. Have you done anything to it? I'd like to see it again. No. Oh, can I see it?
It just looks really much like Whip, so I like it.
Does it look like Fabio?
Yeah.
Well, then it
I'll go
doesn't
get
look
my
like
whip.
Okay. That's cool.
So how you been? I haven't seen you in forever.
I've been all right. Lie.
Yeah, I know.
Trying.
I mean, not that it'll get easier, but it's going to get a little easier as you go.
Yeah. Yep. I'm really bummed about my 180.
What happened with your 180? I am so out of touch with you.
Oh, there was a fight to the death, and I had like 7 fish die.
7?
So, yeah, somebody attacked all my silver dollars, one of my Bashirs. I got a funny feeling it was a Starry Night cichlid.
But you haven't seen it? You've seen no aggression?
No, never. But I
There's Larry
saw
D.
that. Oh wow, who's
This is
that?
Larry D. But look, he's got this hand perfect for holding a great big sauce.
I bet you a light bright would fit in that.
Yeah, I bet it would.
They got all different
just-
colors, so you can get a nice orange light bright and then put your label on it. You know where you could find probably some in the thrift store.
There I am.
Oh,
I made my bandana.
these guys are awesome.
This is Whip.
Yeah, he's hot. That's good. That came
I had
out.
to make all that hair.
How did you make the hair?
Green stuff.
Did you add it to the bandana?
I put it underneath the bandana. But do you ever use green stuff?
No, what is the green stuff?
Oh my God. Green stuff is amazing because it's blue and yellow epoxy and you can work it with your hand till it turns green. And then you can shape it any way you want and it hardens in the air, like with air temperature.
Wow. And does it turn to plastic?
Well, it's
Epoxy.
yeah, it's a real hard epoxy. We used it always in modeling our, when we made little bitty miniatures and painted them.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes they're like they have big gaps in their shoulders and stuff, and we would put that in there to fill in the gaps and stuff. Or if you wanted to add like feathers or hair.
Oh, that's pretty
Here's
cool.
Jody P.
Wow.
She's Zen's top bodyguard. I
So
said,
way
Zen, who do you
cool.
want as your bodyguard? And she said, Jody P. So that's her bodyguard. And that's all the ones I just grabbed right now. But I'm slowly. And then these are going to be Zen's henchmen shields. They're going to carry these shields like this.
Right.
Well, like this. And so when she goes to a fish swap, they just push everybody away, and Zen can be at the table.
Whatever fish she wants. Right.
Yep.
Now, are you going to set this up in like a display?
I'm going to bring them to our booth at the class.
I'm bringing my fish room to the booth at the class. It's this big.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to have just a table for toys and stuff.
I know, right? That would be great.
I'm going to put them in a fish tank because I don't want little kids playing with them.
Yeah.
I might maybe I'll set them up and then put the fish tank upside down on top of them.
A lot of mine are in fish tanks upside down, like my Johnny Cash, all my figures are upside down in a fish tank because when I started making them, my 4 daughters were very small and I didn't want them touching. They weren't toys.
Yeah.
Hey, Berto. Yeah, I was talking to Scotty, I don't know, maybe a week ago. And he says we have 4 tables, between the 3 of us, Riko, Ed, and you, Susie.
Awesome.
And then, because 2 were donated, and 1 is, they're all donated, I guess, technically, but 1 is Shady's that he bought, but they didn't, he's obviously not going to be able to attend. So, and because he had donated it to Ed last year, they're just going to donate it to him again. So that was number 3. And then there's a 4th table that we may or may not be able to incorporate into the scheme of things. Depends, because we're only going to have 3 slots.
Now, are we hanging out there or are we selling things there?
That's where you're gonna sell stuff at your table. Ed'll sell his at his, and Riko his kid will sell stuff in hers.
Okay.
And then somewhere in there, we're going to have a display for Shady.
I need to get on that and make that too.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
you
gonna
don't really have
take
to
one of
make
those.
it.
Well, I'm gonna get one of those stickers of them and have them blow it up.
I like that.
Ah.
You know, I just because Kyle makes those stickers so awesome. Have you seen Kyle's stickers?
They're the fish punk stickers, right? You're talking outside in, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have them somewhere. I just bought the whole thing.
I need to get the new ones already. I just saw last night he had new ones. But I was going to try to make a poster size one of the sticker and have him up on our thing.
Larry just
Oh,
finished
you
planting
know-
his pepper plants.
He was tearing down a 120 last night or 2 nights ago on his a stream, not a stream, but a video of it. And I'm basically going to do the exact same thing, except I don't know. Did you take all your dirt out of that tank, Larry? Because that's what I'm going to have to do, is because it was my first dirted tank, and I'm going to just totally take it all out because I'm going to put the Beischer in that tank, and I don't want them digging up dirt.
Did you
Hey,
see that?
Garcia. Yeah, you know what would be an awesome if I could find a head that opens up, or that's opened up with a little alien sitting inside. That's what I'll do
Oh,
for him.
wow.
I'll look around for something like that. And once I get my 3D printer working, I'll definitely make a Garcia one. But I'm just telling you, your head's going to be a little alien. And that's so cool. So that's the trick, Susie, is you got to try to figure out something that relates to the people in, some way.
Right,
So-
right.
Or have some type of gimmick.
Oh, wow.
But yeah,
That sounds like
Garcia, that would
fun.
be awesome, Garcia. I've got the 3D printer in the other room. And I keep
How's
looking
that
at
going?
different
What are you
programs.
making? What are you making with that?
I'm just gonna make their heads is my goal. All I want to do is make heads because I've seen it where you can literally take a picture of somebody's head and make a 3D print from it.
Yeah, that's how I got my doll.
Tommy.
They took a
Tommy?
360 photograph of me.
Hey, Tommy.
What now
Hi,
they're not
Tommy.
even doing 360. They're you can take just a front shot
Wow.
and it'll generate what the back of your head looks like, because pretty much everybody's back of their heads look the same. If you're bald, it's bald. If it's hair, it's hair.
Wow.
So
That's impressive.
I mean, maybe, oh my gosh, it's so cool. But there's people that are doing it for you for like $10 a program. And it's like, well,
it's so much easier.
I could
for that.
buy it. Yeah. But everybody's trying to make money off their 3D printers, and I just want to make it for fun.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
That's how I am with my miniatures. Like a lot of my hobbies, I like to sell and do it, but my minis are really fun. They're like,
Yeah.
I couldn't get what they're worth anyway. It takes me hundreds of hours to make something. So
Right.
Yeah.
Fisher and Punks.
Well-
Is Asia and Nancy both got it.
See, G.I. Joes have good guys and bad guys, but they're all on one side or the other side. And it's always drove me crazy that there's not more factions. And so I'm kind of making more factions to my G.I. Joe collection with all my Fish Fams. Because originally I was just adding Fish Fam to because like I made Sandy Doherty and Red Laser, they're both Canadian snipers.
because they're both Canadian.
They're just part of the G.I. Joes. Yeah. They're like a group that helps the G.I. Joes because they need really
and
good snipers.
G.I. Joe is 1/12 scale. I thought that was 1/6 scale.
No, they have these new G.I. Joes that are just fantastic. I wouldn't have ever got back into GI Joe. I had every GI Joe when I was a little kid, the
I
little
bet.
3-inch ones, the 118s. But when I came home from football practice one day, my brother was chopping them all up with pliers.
Why?
And because my brother's demented. But when I turned 50, I found these new GI Joes, and I mean, they're just fantastic. I'll pull this one out. They are so realistic.
Don't pull it out, Ed. Do not pull it out on my screen.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they're just so realistic, and they have like 27 joints or something. You can pull every joint apart. Like this
And that
vest,
was
I
made
can take
with a
this
3D
vest off.
printer?
I can pull this head off.
That's a waste of a
What's that?
perfectly good joint.
And was that made with a 3D printer?
No,
No.
this was made in China from Hasbro.
Okay.
But I want to make ones for myself on the 3D printer. But yeah, I like to kit bash, and
I do that
make
with
guys.
miniatures. I do kit bashing. The people I meet up with once a month, they make the kits. That's no fun. I like to kit bash. That's my thing. Yeah.
Well, and I buy them all at.
He stopped talking mid-sentence.
Yeah,
I just discovered something. I put Mr. Zin's head on the wrong body.
oopsies.
This was supposed to be Mr. Zin's body. I just put that head on there so he'd have a head for the time being. Whenever I find toys that like are wearing normal clothes at Ollie's, I buy them because they're like $5 or $6. But Zen, I guess,
and you always get them in that scale. That's good.
Yeah,
most of the time.
This is the new scale that they're making all the Star Wars and superheroes. They're 6 inches, and the GI Joes are. Well, it's all Hasbro.
I don't know what's going on with
and the wrestlers.
But Big Sexy is considerably larger than the rest of us.
Big Steve?
Yeah.
Well, he's big. He had to be big.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Well,
I don't
actually,
know. Is he the same scale, and he's just bigger than all the rest of us?
See, you're the same scale with this guy.
Yeah, but I look like a peanut. I look like a peanut next to Big Sexy.
Well, here you are next to Zen. See? You're a good
hey.
4 to 6 inches taller than Zen.
Oh.
You want me to go get Big Steve?
Yeah, you can say it, Big Sexy. You can say it. He is who he is. He owns it. We love Ollie's.
I'm gonna have to check it out, man.
Yeah, check when he brings Big Steve back. He is he's like, I don't know, half again, maybe even twice the size of me, and I'm one of the bigger ones there.
Well, I'm one of the bigger ones too.
Oh yeah,
you're only like 2 inches taller than me,
which is about normal, I believe.
Yeah, but here's Big Steve.
Oh yeah, okay.
And
how do you get him to have
Whip.
big hands? He got real big hands.
Well,
yeah, that's what you need to put on Zenny.
This is, you know what? I got some. This one came with 4 sets of hands.
Wow.
Oh, they're just too big. But I could. But this is the Hulk. So it's the right scale. It's just he was from a Hulk action figure.
You are so clever. Let me tell you.
You can kind of tell by if you look at his face that it could have been the Hulk if I didn't paint it all up.
Yeah. Larry,
I mean, those are Hulk hands.
Steve is 12 feet tall in real life.
Well, it's just part of the fun of the illusion. He stands great. I wish everybody would stand like this guy.
Yeah.
He weighs about 1.5 pounds.
Oh.
Here I am standing next to him. My guy weighs a lot, but I picked a chunkier guy for me. And then I mean,
Larry D.
and there's Larry D. And I would pull Scotty out, but I want to leave Scotty for a surprise for the clash.
Nice. Pull Whip out. Put Whip next to them.
Okay.
Whip out Whip.
It's funny because we're all leaning on him.
Okay.
See, Whip's a little taller than me. Whip's one of the tallest dudes. Here's Jody P.
Oh, those are great figures. Let me tell you, you did such a good job, Ed.
She's taller
Thanks.
than that. Just to give you a heads up on that, though.
I know. I think she's like 6 foot. So I probably should have used a professional wrestler body because the professional wrestlers have bigger bodies. They're all different heights because they do a really good job with their scaling. Back in the 80s, every single one
was the exact
3
same.
inches.
Yeah.
But all of these are different heights because of the actual. They even show it on the back of the box how tall the guy is. See, it says this guy is 6'2", but some guys are like 5'6".
Let me see the front of the box. I want to see what you're picking up.
This is G.I. Joe Classified. Now, G.I. Joe Classified is the hottest ones out there, so they're the hardest to find.
Okay.
You used to be able to get them at Ollie's for $6 a piece, but right now everybody wants them because they're so well done. You're lucky to get them for $20 a piece.
Wow. Dang.
Yeah, their brand new retail is $24. So that's a bummer. Here, let's see who's this. Oh, this is gonna be TJ Autocross. Because I'm gonna paint him be a race car driver, but I'm gonna paint him yellow.
A little bigger than that, though. Like
I know.
Don't be painting eyes on that. That's not cool.
I have a different head for him.
Brother Dan.
It's a head with a race car helmet on. So he just happened to be right here.
That is so awesome.
But yeah, he's gonna be the driver for the Tennessee Fish Mafia.
So you said you wanted to print heads on your 3D printer. That's all you want to print. But what have you been printing? You have to practice on something, right? Nothing?
Well, I'm gonna, once I figure out how to like get a program for heads, then I'm gonna make a Nico and I'm gonna make a Wally.
Oh, okay.
Do you know who Wally is? That's Riko's dog.
That's Riko's, yeah. I follow him on Instagram, I think, the dog. Not him.
Well, so
Wally.
He'll have a dog and then I'll have my cat.
Okay. Oh.
And then someday I'll probably make a turtle for Whip.
I want a dragon.
A dragon.
Or a
bearded
wolf.
Dragon?
A dire wolf.
A bearded dragon.
What color?
Color dragon?
I have a of a dire wolf. Let me grab a wolf I've got I got spare wolves.
Ooh. He's got a lot of cool things, man.
He does.
And he makes them cool.
What I missed it. I missed it there, Berto. What? Hey, Jesse, what's going on? One more's here. Do you know anything about one more? Just one more fish. That dude, you need to click on him and follow him because he has a huge fish room.
Yeah, I'm clicking on it now.
I've got a spare wolf, and I can make it so he comes with two different heads, one that barks and one that bites, and then the one that's shut. Ooh. But this is Snake Eyes wolf. But I got a Snake Eyes for $7 that came with a extra. Whenever I see them on sale, I buy them. So that's how I get extra parts. And that's why I have 2 of these wolves. But I could paint it like, would you like a brown or a black wolf or a... Send me a picture of what type of wolf you want. And I'll paint it that way.
Just a dire wolf, standard old dire wolf. That one's fine.
Yeah, but it has to look different because there's already a twin brother of it. Because I already have one white one.
Oh, yeah, definitely not white. I don't want a white one. But
we could do gray and brown.
I'll send you a picture of my dog, and then because it was an Alaskan Malamute, so.
Oh, neat.
That would be nice.
But look at these GI Joe things. Even their feet have
Wow.
reticulation. It is so crazy how many points of reticulation each guy has.
So if you make a head, you can make the hollow part of the head to fit on top of a GI Joe.
So, yeah, I would just, what I do for that is I use the Gorilla Putty.
Okay.
Not all the time.
And I shove it in there, and then whatever base I make, because like I'll just take a wood stick and, well, I got no wood sticks. What happened to my wood sticks?
John.
I'll just break a piece of wood stick in there, like a dowel rod or something, and then I pack it.
Dire wolf is white.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right? John Snow's was white, but all the other ones were regular color.
See, this is Jody. I pulled her head off.
Oh, no. You broke Jody?
Do you ever glue it permanent, or no? You always have it gummied on?
Well, I don't want to do that until I can figure out if I can make them eventually to be spot on. I'd rather have spot on heads.
Yeah.
RJ says, and here I'm buying mermaids for the tanks. I feel better now. Garcia wants you to use the big Steve body and put a Garcia head on it.
Oh boy!
You know, I wish I would.
Garcia,
these were at
you are
Ollie's.
Like 5'5". I don't know if you're Hulk worthy.
These things.
Oh shit!
Hey,
we're
Mama
at Ollie's,
Susan.
and I wish I would have bought a whole bunch. I only bought one. And like Steve said, oh, make me one so bad. He wanted one so bad. And it's like I went back to Ollie's and they aren't there. They were just snatched up as soon as they got there.
I wonder if we have them in our Ollie's here. You call it GI Joe Classics?
Well, this was a Marvel Legend.
Okay.
So it's Marvel Legend, GI Joe, classified.
Okay, classified.
Then there's like, let's see, where's my bag of stuff?
How did we end up talking about this?
These are, I buy anything that's that scale. There's Fortnite ones, like this is a Fortnite action figure.
Oh, I like her.
So, like Nancy B is like mostly Fortnite body, is a Fortnite body with I think a Star Wars head. So, Susie, what time is your show going to start tonight?
You guys can keep going. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm having a bad day today.
Oh,
but this cheered me up. This cheered me up. So this was cool.
Well, thank you so much.
Sure you don't want to go, and maybe we can cheer you up some more.
No, I'm actually wearing pajamas. See, that's my pajamas. My pajamas.
Huh.
No, I don't want to show you my pajamas. We'll get demonetized.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I wish I could come up. For some reason, I just keep breaking out in, crazy sadness, and it's uncontrollable. I feel like one of those commercials, that they just start randomly laughing or randomly crying. Oh, what a pretty kitty.
Susan, I'm telling you.
My cat makes me happy.
That is so true. I mean, for the first year, probably and it would just hit you. you're driving along, and everything seems okay, and
Yeah.
I don't
Or
even
you
know
hear
what
a
triggers
word,
that.
or you see a picture, or there's a song
Yeah.
on the radio, and
And then you're a freaking mess.
Yeah.
And,
yeah,
totally
but
get
it
that.
will get better. It will. I know. Well, I might get better. It won't get better.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's
Well-
just you'll be able to compartmentalize it a little bit better or easier, even though it'll never stop.
Right.
You
I'll
know,
be able to hide it.
you'll be able to at least understand when that wave of emotion is heading your way. You can kind of brace yourself a little bit better.
But let me tell you, when I got your text saying you want to come up on the stream, and I just saw miniatures, I'm like, okay. I'm like, what now? And I thought of changing. I'm like, nope, now.
Well, I think if I can figure out how to like 3D print roller skates,
Oh my god,
that
Hey,
would
Larry.
be perfect for your action figure.
in 1/12 scale, man. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like the different accessories you need to be able to make, would just be perfect if I can get this 3D printer going,
Yeah.
because I would just love it. But unfortunately, it's tech, and I'm very low tech guy.
Right. That's why I thought
I'm
you'd be
probably-
practicing with other things like
Hey, June.
like even just fish.
Well,
like a
I
big
don't want to
fish.
start. Well, I don't want to start practicing until I get closer to being able to figure it out, because I don't want to
Right.
get it all dirty and use up my supplies
Right.
and then forget everything,
Hey,
because
Keith.
I will. I'm
That's
terrible.
how I was with my Cameo, the cutter that cuts vinyl. Like I wasn't ready to use it until I was ready to use it, and then I was like, choo, 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 choo.
Oh, I got another shirt idea.
That's awesome.
It's just gonna be a one-off. But
What's your
if
shirt
you-
idea?
I don't know. I can't remember what it is, but I know I had one. So when it comes back around to me, I'll probably shoot you a text, and if you're feeling up to it, maybe we can work on it.
Awesome. That would be great. That'd be fun.
What the
And I
heck?
forgot
know I
about your
had one.
I forgot about your shirt, Whip. I'll make
You
that
forgot
today.
about- What shirt
Yeah.
is that?
Racks.
Oh yeah.
Totally
You know-
blew my mind.
The shirts you made of our Dragon Skull Manor are amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
They look
That's
really good.
DTF. DFT. DTF, DFT, DTF.
DTF.
Before we get too far gone,
Tell
here, he's trying to
fish
figure it out.
DTF. DTF.
DTF is a kind of a print job that I get. Like I'll get a whole gang sheet, it's called. So it's like 24 inches wide, 36 inches long, and I'll have like 12 designs of the same design on it. So when Whip says, I want a small, done. Cut, go. Cut, press, go. Cut, press, fold, package, and go.
Well, the nicest stickers I ever got were those ones that you gave me.
Thank
the Tennessee
you.
Fish Mafias with the die cut that's so nice.
Yes, they are cream of the crop. That business is now shut down.
Oh,
That was Kyle's business. And he's the one that passed away.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that was like 2/3 of my side business was making those stickers. I can't make them without him, like, because there's 3 12-foot long machines. And I gotta, you print, and then you laminate, and then you put them on another machine to cut. And so I'm also struggling with that like all that stuff
right.
on top of the emotional.
Yeah. I mean,
So
that's a little bit emotional right there. I mean, but it's nothing compared to losing a person. But
Right.
that's another loss. Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just another turd on the giant.
Yeah.
shit burger.
Now it's been 6 weeks, 5 weeks, and my
Oh
daughter
my
has
gosh.
not left her house yet.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, thank you. This is my son-in-law. I used to call him the son I never wanted, and now I feel bad that I used to say that all the time. But he knew it was meant in love.
Yeah.
I got 4 daughters,
embrace that.
Yeah.
So before we
I'm gonna.
wrap things up, I need to ask Miss Lori. I think there were stipulations about who could win it, but I think I'm just going to open it up to everybody. I need a hashtag for whoever's shirt they want. I'm going to do a giveaway for a shirt, and anybody, it could be anybody. It doesn't have to be a Whip shirt or an Ed shirt or a Susie shirt.
How
It can
about
be anybody's
hashtag
shirt.
shirt?
You want to go that simple?
Well, you can't have everybody do different ones. Hey,
Hashtag
real
big
quick,
sexy.
I've been wanting to tell something to Susan, and she's here.
She
Yeah,
is
go ahead.
SLC
Susan
Aquatic.
just came in, and she said she was asking me if I felt the earthquake, and I told her no, it didn't get here. You know,
Oh,
my
wow.
mom was upstairs and did feel the earthquake. She thought a whole bunch of deer ran into the side of the house.
Oh, wow.
She said it felt like
It
a
is
herd of
loud
deer.
and you can feel the vibrations. Yeah.
Wait, she used to live in Alaska, and they had earthquakes all the time in
Oh.
Alaska. But
Your
I've been
mom?
wanting to tell you that, Susan. It's great to see you, and it's great to see you too, Keith. It's awesome seeing Keith.
Your mom used to live in Alaska?
Yeah, my sister was born in Alaska. My dad was stationed. My dad was drafted into the army during the Vietnam War, and before that, he was working with the Air Force, making maps and stuff. And so they thought he would just go right into the Air Force. Well, the stupid general he worked for didn't fill out the paperwork to excuse his bad eyes, because the Air Force at the time didn't allow people with real bad eyes. And he didn't sign it till he
Wow.
got his orders to go into the army. So he had to go to the army, but he got into my dad's a smart guy, so he got into Nike missiles, and
Yeah.
he was like working with Nike missiles in Alaska, in Fairbanks, Alaska, for 4 years during the
Oh, that's
Vietnam War, which
cool.
was a lot better than going to Vietnam. But it was
Hello to
still,
the area.
but yeah, he was one of the older guys. See, I think he was 27 when he got drafted.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Wow.
they loved Alaska. That's where my sister was born, and they had probably the best time of their life there.
That's such a nice story.
Yeah. So I think people are doing hashtag T-shirt whip.
Yep, that's what I said. I liked Susan picked that one out, and I went with it.
Did you set it up before they started saying it?
It's ready to go. Dirt, it's T-shirt, not just shirt. Okay, T-shirt. Sorry, Jeff. I told
And
you.
what
I
kind of
wasn't gonna tell you
T-shirt
dirt.
is that for?
Anybody's, any of the Fish Fam T-shirts. I'll buy one and send it to you.
So how many do we have right now?
Let me look. I will refresh. We have 13 entries right now.
Can I play? I just put in a hashtag T-shirt. I don't know if I'm allowed.
Of course you can. And I'll root for you.
I'll play, but if I win, I'll say roll it again. Because
No.
I feel guilty.
Or
you just like to win. Yeah.
Or you could just give it to Zenny, since you've been so mean to her.
No.
No.
You're like, no.
Oh, wait, I'll just do a cut and paste. From June, I'm going to cut and paste. Oh, what happened? I just left the screen.
Uh-oh.
I can see you still.
There it is. I was going to copy June's, but it moved. So now I'm going to copy. Ah, it keeps moving. I'm copying Foxy Fish. So let's see if I steal hers.
Bootsy, I'm giving away a Fish Fam T-shirt of your choice. All you have to do is hashtag T-shirt.
I don't know if it happened or not. Oh, there it is. Did Peplin do it?
I don't know that Pep is still in the house.
Bootscats is in the house. Sketty is in the house.
And there's Melvin's in the house as well. Hashtag no shirt.
You know what? If I win it,
It's not gonna
I'm
work
going to give it
then.
to Uncle Smiley, because Uncle Smiley's always nice to me and holds a seat for me
Oh, there's
at
Pepper.
the fish club meetings.
So we'll let that build for a little bit. I've got it's bouncing between 40 and 45 people here, so we'll let it ramp up a little bit. I got how many entries now? We are up to 24 entries.
Woo!
That's awesome.
Hashtag t-shirt. Hashtag t-shirt.
I'm thinking I might change my live stream time to sometime during the day.
Like on a
Next
weekday or
week,
on Sunday?
I'm not sure because I have no energy at night anymore. Like let's go.
I don't know if Shirley is going after me anymore or not, but if you want, if we can look, and if she's not, maybe we could kind of do a team up where I go Saturday. I go at Saturday at 2 to 4, and then that would
You
be
go for
5 your
2
time.
hours?
I do normally. I went
Wow.
for 2 hours today.
I've been thinking about trying to change my time too, because my my viewership is like dropped so much from primetime going over me. It's unbelievable. And primetime starts a half hour before me. So it's like we have the same subs and people
Yeah.
go there and then they don't want to leave their conversations, which I
Yeah.
totally understand. And Jason's really good and Joanne's very good. So,
I love
but I've
Joanne.
been there for like 6 years on Thursday nights.
That's how I feel. I've been for 6 years, Sunday night, 7 p.m. That's the only reason I don't want to stop it, because that's what I've been doing. But I'm like, I'm tired. Like by the time Sunday at 7
Well, you know
p.m.
what?
rolls around.
You could go. I don't know that anybody goes during the day on Sunday. Here, well, we
Sharpie,
could, well, no,
right?
I can't go.
Sharpie,
The
is that his name?
Oh, you
Yep.
know what? Yeah, you're right. Let me
almost
open up-
anywhere you go, you're gonna step on somebody.
Yeah. I just got to
And
go when I
Sundays,
can go.
Sunday's the hardest day of the week for me because during football season, my family likes to get together and watch Chiefs games
Yeah.
together.
And John
And
wants to have dinner with me right now, and I'm like, okay, we can do dinner. I'm like, what am I gonna say? No, we're not. Do I have to go live?
Yeah, tell him.
I got to put John. He already thinks I like my fish better than I like him.
Well, that's bad.
Well, they don't talk back.
Triton, maybe, but maybe
Fish
Triton.
don't talk back.
And they don't trip you up when
I
you're
know.
walking down the stairs.
My cats do that too. Baby cat, the smaller of my two cats, this one right here, she's the one who loves to trip me the most. She'll try to dart underneath my foot as it's in the air coming down. You know, when you're walking.
Oh my gosh, I stepped on something today. I was so sad. I was outside cleaning up my pond, and I saw this little mouse scurrying back and forth. So I'm like, you better go hide, like joking around, because I saw him like every hour or so. And then I turn around, I saw him running as I was in the mid-step.
Oh,
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, because I kind of felt like I had a connection at that point, you know?
Well,
Susie,
I
you
did
could
the
go
same
from
thing once with a bullfrog.
Susie, you can go from 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 2 to 4. There's nobody on the schedule
Sundays?
from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And then Skipper is 5 o'clock to 6, but he doesn't
Maybe
go
I'll
but
try
once in
earlier,
a blue
yeah.
moon.
And then I could do it outside by my pond. It's never dark and bats and mosquitoes and
Well, say hi.
I just got news for you.
Susie, my
Hi!
oh wait, I got the wrong screen pulled up. There
I
she
heard
is.
the word miniatures and I'm like, I gotta get up there. I gotta get up there.
She wanted to come say hi. She heard you from upstairs.
I'm loud, aren't I?
No,
He's loud.
I'm loud.
Well, I need to make miniature fish tanks someday too, like you.
Oh, they're so much fun, except for when you spend 80 hours on one fish tank because it's got 6 layers. And I did the plants and everything, and the 3rd layer in never set. So as I was doing layers, it felt hard, and I poured more and poured more. It's like ruined the whole thing. I'm like, no.
I just thought that's how I could make Jeremy. I could make a big fish
Sergeant?
tank like this.
Sergeant?
No,
Another Jeremy.
what's Jeremy's real life name?
Huh? That is his real life name.
No, I mean, what's his YouTube name?
If you're talking about the
Aquarium
Jeremy Aquarium Domain, yes, or yeah.
So I could make a giant fish tank because he makes giant ones, and I could put him in it with a construction hat.
So that was one of my ideas, is to make a fish tank, and inside that fish tank's a little fish tank with a giant girl barely fitting in, and the fish talking to each other saying, oh, she'll just stop growing to the size of the tank. But it's fish keeping a little girl. Like I did make a mug like that, but I didn't make the fish tank.
Do you see the giant hole in the schedule?
Oh, there's a huge hole. That's probably because that's where all the games are, huh?
Oh, well, no, not when football season comes. It's from noon until when? At like 8, 9, 10? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of my Chiefs games start at 3 or they're in the evening.
That's a nice spot. And when do you go? Saturday?
I go Saturdays, so which is
Saturday full? Oh.
It's pretty full, but like I said, I haven't seen Shirley go in a while. I think she went yesterday though, so I don't know how regular she is, but she usually goes right after me when she does go.
Yeah, it's going to be a major change, and to me only. Nobody else cares, but it's a major change, and I'm like, what?
It is.
Let's see. This is Saturday.
It's the big doings calendar. I just pulled it up so I could see.
And
there is a hole on Saturday, but it's late.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, late. It was never good. Somebody asked me to speak at a meeting, and it's 10:30 at night.
Oh no, not late. I mean, it's not much earlier than what you're going already. It's so Shirley goes from 4 to 5, which is 5 to 6 your time.
Oh.
So it would be 6 to what? 8 basically. There's a hole there.
There is. It's a little bit earlier than 7.
Yeah, you'd be gaining an hour.
I'll have to think about that. Then
But
I
that's
started
Saturday.
thinking, when I was doing my morning with coffee, that worked out well for me. I could do that in the summer, like AM.
Do you remember your channel that got debanned?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
What time was that?
Oh. I don't know. I didn't. I never went live on it. You talking to me?
Oh, I didn't know that. That was
You
that was
talking to me?
before COVID.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to start this up. Anybody wants to get in last second? Now's the time. Hashtag T-shirt.
The first roll should
Hashtag
be the biggest
T-shirt.
loser. You should do the biggest loser before you go to the biggest winner. Or you could do the biggest winner and then see who the next loser is.
Well, even winning at the Biggest Loser is pretty exciting. So.
Yeah, it is.
What you could do is say roll once and say it's the biggest loser, but if the person that wins isn't in chat and says hi, then the biggest loser becomes the next winner.
J Rock wants to know if it's a whip shirt.
It is whatever shirt you want. It is a Fish Fam. If they sell a merch shirt, I will buy it and send it to you. So it could be a whip shirt. It could be a Susie shirt or an Ed shirt or a Stephen P shirt or a Foxy shirt or
Does J
whatever
Rock
you want.
Does Stuff have a shirt? Jay, do you have a shirt yet? I know you started up with this huge line. Anyway, I can hardly see that wheel. That's so exciting. Look at all those names.
I want to
Right?
make this bigger so I can see what color I am.
You are, uh-oh. My phone just literally blew up.
Like, is
Not
it
lit-
gassing?
Yeah, well, literally is probably the wrong word because it's not literally. That is very tiny. Why is
Oh,
that
for
so
crying
small?
out loud. I'm pink again. I'm a
I'm
peachy
pink and I like it.
How do you make that bigger on our end? Is it that small for YouTube?
Well,
That's what she said.
I mean, this is how big it is on YouTube.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
All right, I'm going to refresh one more time, and then we're going to do the first one. We're going to do it per Ed's request. We've got 32 entries. First one is Biggest Loser, and then the winner, it will be number 2.
Evelyn's
Here we
pink.
go. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. He is the biggest loser.
Oh, poor gals. But you have a chance if the next person doesn't say they're here.
I'm sorry there, Mr. Nathan. You know I love you. I am not going to remove you, though. So I don't remember how to get removing close. Yes, I guess I got to. All right, so this is the winner. Roll the drums, and here we go. Redneck
Aquatics.
Maine Aquatics. You
So
are
now-
the grand prize winner.
But let's see if he
That's
says
bullshit.
something.
So now
Because if
Stan,
Redneck left,
yeah, Stan has to say, I'm here. Hey, Mary Oliver. And Jay, if you ever want a shirt, just let me know. I'll send you one. One of mine. I can't say that for everybody, but
can you just spin it again to see what happens?
I can spin
Oh,
it.
there's Redneck.
There's
Redneck got it.
All right,
So let's-
buddy.
Let's
So
just spin it for the fun of it.
the real whips dot world at gmail.com. Send me your address and your shirt size and whoever's shirt you want, and we will get that to you. Susie, I super appreciate you jumping up short notice there.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you. You got me out of my little funk.
Oh, that's
funk.
good.
Yeah.
And like I told you, I mean, I know it's hard to just pick up the phone and talk when you feel like that, but if you ever do need to, even if it's just to cry a bit, I am here for you, okay?
You got it.
And if you ever want to talk about miniature stuff, you could call me.
Oh man, I could talk all day long about miniatures.
I know you can.
Maybe we should
reply.
have a miniature show in the middle of the week and we'll do stuff.
I barely even got.
I would
sent
love
yet.
that. Ed, I would love that.
I'm
You
like,
didn't even get the. You even have to write MINI.
I was like in the process of hitting send, and she's already right now. Sure, let's go.
Miniatures.
Me like it.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I
who
bought a
would've been-
car that I want to remake into another car. Oh, let's see who's going to get called out that's not going to win anything. Ooh, look at that.
Oh, Mama Susan, you were so close.
Susan! That's the pretend winner, Susan.
Yep. Ed made me do
Susan, you don't get anything, but you got a good color pink.
I
You
did,
have like a
didn't
purple
I?
pink.
I was close. It was 2 away, I think. But yeah, that was a good 2 away from being a pretend winner.
it. J-Rock, just send me an email. I just send me your shirt size and your.
So what scale car did you get? I
Hey,
got
Steve-O.
two 24 and 1/24 scale motorcycles.
Now, okay, so I've got a lot of motorcycles
Yeah, you do.
because I want my GI Joes to fit on them, but it is really hard to get the right scale.
It's
Because
it is, but you
they
can find the
feel
112. They have them. I have some.
Well, I have some 112s in there, but they're still too small. You have to almost get a 110 or something like that.
Ah, right.
A
Which
little
would
bigger.
be like from the UK.
Oh,
Yeah, they got theirs
Well-
is 1/8. Like, and their scale is so easy to translate because that's how everybody should measure things, but we don't do it that day. We go by 12ths.
yeah, but I think it's kind of cooler to be different.
I've always thought that we're pretty cool to be different.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't like it when they say kilometers or centimeters. I don't know what that means. If somebody says, "Oh, that
Well,
weighs
because I
42
was
kilos,"
doing a lot of resin videos for a while there, we were doing them in millimeters, and because that's what everybody talks about, that's what all the measuring cups come with. Is like, so I started getting a grasp of it a little bit.
A little bit.
Of
Well,
course,
we're
in 8th
American.
grade,
We-
they told me we were going to be doing metrics.
We Americans don't embrace the metric.
What is ours called? Imperial?
Imperial, I believe.
sounds
There
cool
is-
too.
A reason why it's called Imperial.
Yeah, we aren't a bunch of rebels.
Sorry to all my UK friends. I was just kidding.
You know what? They still use miles there.
Really?
Yeah. I was talking to somebody over there and they said, "Well, I only know how to translate how many miles per gallon
Are you
I
sure
get."
it's not meters?
They were saying
Why would they
miles.
use miles?
Where's a British person? Do we have a British person?
I don't believe
Jeff King, your
anybody
name
in the house.
sounds like a British name.
Now, when I was in Ireland, there was Gaelic on everything. That was pretty cool.
You got to go
Well,
to Ireland?
okay.
I did
Google
in
it.
2002.
Oh, you lucky dog.
Me and a girlfriend, so we just had a blast. We did bed and breakfast for 10 days. We rented a car. I ended up driving, and I had to drive obviously on the other side of the road, and they gave us a standard car, so I'm shifting with my other hand. It's like, yes, people use mileage. What? Did we give them permission?
Eh, we let them speak our language, so it's okay.
I'm really not egocentric like that, but maybe.
I wish they would work on their American though, because it drives me crazy when they say, "Let's go to hospital."
Instead of the
they're
hospital,
at-
right?
Yeah, they're at hospital.
So the
It's
one
like-
girl that does the videos, you know, when something's right up your alley, she goes, "It's right up my street," and I'm like, she goes, "Unless you're an American, then it's up your alley." I'm like, did she just mock? Did she just mock?
Or do you say water? Water.
No, I'm near Philadelphia, man. We say "worder."
Wow.
We say "worder" here. People in America
Water.
don't like the way we say "worder."
Talk to
I
you
say
later there,
water.
Jay. I got to hang up the phone here myself. So.
Yeah, me too. Guys, thank you so much. You made me smile.
Well, I'm
Baby
glad for
cat
that.
just climbed up me.
That makes me smile even more.
Oh, I'm
You're a
wearing
human-
shorts and she just climbed up my leg.
You're a human catchery.
She did that
Once
to
a
me
week,
last
the
week.
country celebrates imperial their independence from England. So, Prodigal Aquarist is from England.
Right, but you said anyone from Britain, and I knew as soon as you said that, I'm like, oh, that's not what he meant to say.
I don't mind.
That's like trying to get someone American and say anybody from Kansas, tell me this. So it's like, well, I live in America, not Kansas.
Yeah, but I think I would respect a person from the Midwest better.
Like Minnesota. Yeah.
I'm just teasing. But hey, at least I didn't say a limey.
A limey?
Limey.
Yeah.
Oh, limey. You bloody well better.
All right,
would.
y'all.
You better cut
Red
it off
coat.
quick before we get in trouble.
I'm gonna say goodbyes. Ed, you got anything?
No, thank you for letting me join you today.
Thank you for being here last second like that.
Yep.
And for especially for you, Miss Susie.
There's
And
so
you're
much
not going.
I am
right?
not. I put a comment on, I post on my YouTube that I'm not going on tonight, but I will next week talking about my time change.
Okay.
So,
Sounds good, everybody. Stan, make sure you reach out to me on that old email, and you too, Jay, and we'll talk to you later.